I got this letter. Let's see what it says, shall we? Dear Mr. Marino, I am a huge fan of your videos. I love you so much I want a lock of your mustache hairs to keep by my bedside. Okay, that is extremely creepy, but I appreciate the sentiment. I watched a documentary the other day that told me the key to happiness is living in the now and following your heart. It seems to make sense not worrying about the future and all, and just having fun today. But I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you think? Signed, Mibby Moldstatter. Well, Mibby, living in the now and following your heart are great things for sure, but you can't always be living in the now and doing whatever you want. Pain is an inevitable part of life, and if you are always trying to avoid pain, it will hurt you in the long run. Here, I'll show you what I mean. You call the moment that you are in the present now. But we still have to realize that there is a time in the future that you will call now. There will be a future now. Yeah, it's important to enjoy the present now, but you still have to keep in mind the future now. The time is now, and let's say you make a decision. You decide to follow your gut, and you get a cigarette, you get a smoke, or you eat a piece of cake, or you decide to procrastinate, have fun, instead of work. And alternatively, you could have made the decision to, instead of smoke, go for a run, instead of eat that cake, have an apple, and instead of procrastinating and having fun, do your work. Let's say that these behaviors continue, and over time, you'll be unhealthier, you'll be fatter, and you'll make less money because you didn't do as much work, you weren't promoted, you didn't get as good of grades in school, whatever. And alternatively, you decided to take this route, you'll be more healthy because you ran. You'll be more healthy and skinnier and fit because you ate well. Fit. I think these two should be reversed, but whatever. And you have a fulfilling career and make a lot of money. I think we could all agree if these are the decisions someone decided to make, that they will have a better, happier future now. You might also notice that these are short-term pleasures which lead to long-term pain. And these are short-term pain that leads to long-term pleasure. This concept is called delayed gratification. So you're making the decision of what to have for lunch. Well, in this column you could have the burger and fries, or in this column you could have vegetables, almonds, brown rice, a good portion of each, a nice healthy meal. This row represents short term, so basically as you're eating the food. This represents medium term, so that's like 4 or 5 hours after you eat the meal. And this is long term. This is like over the span of your entire life. Well, in the short term, maybe you were craving that burger and fries. So when you eat that burger and fries, you're just like, that tastes great, that's awesome. So in the short term, it's very pleasurable. As opposed to the healthy meal where you might have ate it and said, it's okay, I would have rather had a burger and fries, but whatever. So in the short term, burger and fries, obvious winner. But let's look at the medium term, the 4 or 5 hours after you eat the meal. The burger and fries will probably leave you a lot more lethargic, a lot more groggy, as opposed to the healthy meal, which will fill you with energy and a lot more mental clarity. Now let's look at the long term. Say that these decisions turn into habits and dictate your behavior. Over time, eating unhealthy food will make you more unfit and more unhealthy. If you continue to eat healthy food over and over and over again, keeping eating healthy as a habit and a behavior, over time you'll be more fit and more healthy. So in the short term, for that 20 minutes, that might be a lot more tastier, but the hours that follow, you can see the patterns that emerge. The power of now isn't doing whatever you want, whenever you want. It's figuring out what you want in the future and taking the actions now to make that happen. You will be you in the future, so set yourself up. Of course, enjoy the moments as they happen. There's a certain joy and pleasure that comes with just sitting back and enjoying life for what it is. But eventually, that perfect sunset will drop below the horizon. Eventually, that perfect painting that you've been staring at will start to lose its appeal. Eventually, that perfect, delicious piece of cake will start to make you fat. You know, this whole discussion reminds me of a hypothetical that I came up when I was a child. Say you were offered a potion that basically made you invisible. You couldn't feel pain, you could heal like the Wolverine, and on top of that, you can wish for any type of superpower that you wanted. But as this potion works through your system, there is a period where you're going through excruciating pain. Probably the worst pain you've ever been in your entire life and you'll ever feel in your entire life. Would you take that potion? Would you take that potion if the excruciating pain lasted 10 seconds? Would you take that potion if the excruciating pain lasted an entire day? Keep in mind that it's one day of excruciating pain, but the rest of your life will be painless and you'll have superpowers. How long of a pain period would you be willing to go through in order to get these superpowers? Would you even go through the pain period at all? Please leave me a comment or a video response answering this question. Keep in mind there is no right or wrong answer to this question. It is purely hypothetical. For me personally, if it's excruciating pain, the most pain I'd ever feel in my life, I might say half an hour to an hour, maybe even less, because I mean that would be a lot of pain and I might pull the plug a little bit early and say, not worth it. I definitely wouldn't be able to last a whole day or a whole week. But those superpowers and having no pain and having super healing powers sounds pretty sweet to me. I don't know who wouldn't do that unless they were afraid of not being normal and being a freak or something, but I really think that would be pretty beneficial if you could heal really quick. That's obviously an advantage. Anyway, peace.
Mike Marino videos. Ow!
There we go. Click the link. Come on, click the link to see my last video. Click the link. 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 Click the link.